Guys, so, my god. So, I'll tell you the story about all 3 seasons of Dr. Soman. Let's start with the first one, Dr. Soman, Season 1, The Kidnapping of My Siblings. So, I don't know, if only old fans know this, so, it was a day when, like, I thought it was 2 days ago, but, yeah. So, it was the day when, so, it was the day when I came home from Grandma's. You know, after those good videos you all loved. Yeah. And then I, and then my cousin came over with, and then me, and then Mom Bay were gone mostly, and Brendan was gonna spend that at Grandma's. Me, my cousin, my brother, and my sister were spending time watching The Hollow. And then I left, and then somehow, I don't know, but like I was gonna film a video on my other account, but they wanted to go somewhere outside for 3 minutes, and like I didn't hear nothing. Like somehow, well, like I knew when I watched the video. Somehow, Dr. Soman came inside the house, and well, I didn't know, and I didn't know who he was back then. And then he knocked out Annabella, Naya, and Gavin. And he kidnapped them. But then I came back inside and I didn't even see a trace, nothing. Like I just saw that they're gone and Hollow's still on, but then I had to film video about them being missing, you know. And then I didn't know who kidnapped them, but if I found out I would kill them. And then Gavin and I were home, and I was surprised they were, but Annabelle wasn't home. They looked, well, they looked bruised on their body, not on their face. Well, it kind of looked like if she was bruised me, so I saw Naya and I told Naya to pretend nothing bad happened to her, and she and Gavin said something bad happened to them, like, you know, like a guy, they said a giant bird man punched him and knocked him out with a purple sloth. Who was the sloth enemy that Gavin fought in Season 3? This story of Season 1, so. And then, so, afterwards, they told me that they were close to Maverick, like, a little bit far from Maverick. And then I woke up, and then, hi babe. And Dr. Showman didn't know, they found off a piece of glass, and then one of them had to grab without him knowing, like, they were, like, tied their hands, so they grabbed both, and then Naya got released first, and then Gavin did, and then Dr. Showman put the buys down to buy something from Maverick. Yeah, Dr. Showman bought something from Maverick, which had them escape. Annabelle was still knocked out, and then they just got home without helping Annabelle. And then, I think Dr. Showman took Annabelle back, and she wasn't, I think they knocked her out the most. And then, me and Gavin had to find research while Naya went home. And then me and Gavin I looked for Annabella. And then Gavin helped me, and then we found out who did it. Who knocked out my siblings. And then I had to find the guy's house. And Gavin had to help me. And then I had to fight him alone. And then I told Gavin to go somewhere, because I don't think he was ready back then. And then I met the guy in person, and I was knowing that he could be in, Annabelle could be in his house. I fought him, and I won, and I killed him. And then I found Annabella in his closet. That kind of looks similar to ours, and the inside looks similar, but the outside of the house doesn't. So, yeah. And then, let's talk about Season 2 now. So, but before, I was talking about some news, and I told Pete that he had cat eating friends, because I saw research about his friends, and Brennan knew once I told him. And Brennan was at grandma's the whole time. I'm surprised that he didn't watch my videos that much. And Aunt Bella was safe, and she was dried up. And then season 2, The Return, Dr. Soman, where he came back to life a day after. I was still sleeping at 6 a.m. and he was alive. He snuck in the house, tried to kidnap Pete. And he had an apprentice, Orange Satan. And then he tried to kidnap Brennan twice. And he kidnapped Brennan and my whole family. But then he let them all go and decided to speak another plan. And he had Orange Satan to go out to hunt for them. And then he came to my house a night, like couple nights before Annabella's birthday party. And then he almost killed Gavin. He stomped him and injured him. And then he kidnapped Annabella. And only Annabella, yeah. And he took her to his fortress, and Orange Satan had guarded. But he didn't put him in the closet that time. And then me and Gavin, I saw Gavin, we had to take him to hospital, and he survived. And then me and Gavin had both find him, and I decided to let Gavin be the one to kill him. But I had to kill Orange Satan. I fought Orange Satan, killed him. And then Gavin found Annabella in his house. And then he fought Dr. Soman, and he killed him, and yeah.
Have a mental breakdown.
And then everything got back normal, and he rescued Annabella. She was tied in a blanket. Yeah. And then season 3, The Alliance, you see, I saw this video that there was this guy, he says his name's Brockamore, and he was in my bathroom without me knowing, and he's saying he wants revenge on me. And then and it took him weeks that he came to my house trying to kill Pete. They saw Jason, and then he just says he'll come after me. And then another week later, he tried to find Pete, but then he just sung his creepy song and tried to kill Pete. And then he said he could find a flute that could bring Orange Satan back to life. And then him and Orange Satan would form an alliance. And then he found the flute and knocked Gavin out. And then another thing later, Dr. Soman came back to life again. In his living room, not mine. I don't know why I say mine. Our house looked the same, the inside, not the outside. And then Dr. Soman saw that Brockamore was trying to take over his kingdom. But then they started getting along and having an alliance. And then there was this. And then Brockamore resurrected Orange Satan, and Orange Satan had a new mask, he couldn't find his old one. And then I was telling Abba about the crisis, and I was thinking we could stop him. And I was showing him part of his origin, not too much. And then they were eating cat for dinner, and then they were saying they were not Asians. And then him and Slasher, another new enemy, tried to find and kidnap Annabella. But they missed and she was too fast. And then I finally figured out a plan, a way to stop Brockamore and Dr. Soman Brockamore. And then I figured out a plan, and then I have more plans, and then fight will begin. And then Dr. Soman and Brockamore were thinking about their plan. But then they found out that I'm trying to kill him, and then they have another plan and to try to kill us. And then Pete was meowing in one video, and then Brockamore kidnapped Pete. Yeah, it's not Annabelle. It's not the main one's not Annabelle to get kidnapped in season 3. It's Pete. Yep. And shoot! Then Dr. Soman had an upgrade, and he was more powerful than me. Then Gavin had take turns going to the house, and I stayed in the room the whole time. And then Gavin fought Brockamore, and Brockamore was too strong. The only reason why Gavin beat him because he was too fast. And then we found Pete, and then I told Gavin he could end the video, and I picked up his body. And then we found Pete, and then we had to hide, and Gavin's the one to hide. And I was waiting for Dr. Sheldon to get home, and it took hours. And I saw him, and I hid really good. He saw Brockamore's dead body and was mad. And he couldn't find us, which was good. And then I had to fight Dr. Soman, and then he almost killed me. But then I overpowered him and killed him. Yep, but the terror was still not done. There was more antagonists, like Orange Satan and those other ones. And then I just tested this guy with the chainsaw while Gavin's trying to find clues. And then this guy randomly attacked Gavin. But Gavin eventually won. And then Gavin fought a sloth who I finally know it was the purple sloth who worked for Dr. Showman at the beginning of the first season. Gavin snapped his neck and he wanted Gavin to snap his neck. And then I made a video like, why? Maybe it's because he was losing, or he was sorry for what he did, or he couldn't live, or Orange Satan was gonna, or I don't know. Or maybe it's to do something for, I don't know. But yeah, he told Gavin to snap his neck. And then we killed Slasher. And then week freaking week, we had to kill Murder Armor, and then the last two main antagonists who formed a line. So I gotta tell you something before those. After Orange Satan, like Orange Satan found his old mask, and then he formed an alliance with the guy named Dr. Destruction, and then he gave his new mask to Dr. Destruction. They tried to conquer the world and get revenge on us and then tried to bring back Dr. Stone so they can conquer the world. And yeah, there was alliances. Yeah, so they had alliance. And they were gonna have alliance with everyone. And then Gavin fought Dr. Destruction and killed him. And then I fought the final bad guy of season 3. And I saved those souls. Orange Satan. Yep. Told Gavin to end the video, and yeah, I saved some souls and I crushed his heart. And we stopped a lot of enemies. And that's the whole story about all 3 seasons. You know, I'm living good life, and if they ever come back, I could make a season 4.